Hello, so in this video we're going to talk about pure and mixed bundling. So we have two different kinds of bundling, pure bundling, mixed bundling. The most popular and you mostly have seen everywhere around is mixed bundling. Let's talk a little bit in order. What is pure bundling? So pure bundling is basically when you are considering to buy, for example, a computer, a desktop computer. You can't access the information in the desktop computer without a monitor. So basically, you would want to buy a monitor along with a computer. In this case, we call this bundling. So, if you, as a technology shop, doesn't allow the customer to buy, for example, a computer as a standalone and the monitor as a standalone and a bundle, so three options. First, buy only the PC. Second, buy only the monitor. Third, buy them together as a bundle. This is called mixed bundling. Because you will have this is a standalone, product A, product B, and then you will have a bundle. This is mixed bundling. But if you have pure bundling, meaning that your shop is not HP or Dell, you are a local computer shop in, for example, a countryside, you are just buying certain devices and selling it or reselling it to the consumer, to the end consumer. Let's imagine this situation, even though everyone is buying now online. But in any case, even if online, probably you are buying them together, together, only selling them together, then this we call it a bundle. So this is pure bundling. We call this pure bundling. Let's talk about pure bundling so that when we explain pure bundling, you can later better explain or better understand mixed bundling. All right. First, let's take a look at this table. As I told you in class, even though I'm having here customer 1 and customer 2, it's like segment 1 and segment 2, right? Now, over here, guys, we would have, as you can see, the price of the computer here is valued by this segment by 1,000, while the same segment is valuing the monitor as 500. So here the valuation is 1,000 to 500. On the other hand, this customer segment values the computer at 500 while it values the monitor at 1,000. First of all, this is a hypothetical example. This could be 900, for example, rather than 1,000. It's okay. As long as what we're looking for is the relationship here between the valuation of this product by customer 1 and customer 2. So over here, the relationship or the correlation here is a negative. They are both negatively correlated. This is 1,000. This is 500. This is 500. This is 1,000. So you see how the arrows easily and clearly show a negative correlation. So they are the valuation of the customer segments negatively correlated. All right, and here you have it very nicely stated. Customer valuation are negatively correlated, as you can see. In this case, pure bundling works miracles. It is the way to go, and you can make the maximum profit. How is this so? Let me explain, please. This is so because if you take a look here, you have three options, for example, either bundling or non-bundling. Let's take a look at the pure bundling first. So for you to bundle these two together and tell the customer you can't purchase this alone or this alone because we're gonna only sell them in a bundle and the bundle is worth 1,500, then this 1,500 is in fact meets the expectations or the valuation of the customer one segment. So basically, they will most likely buy it. The same applies here. You have 500 and 1,000, then you will have 1,500 over here. Then what does that mean? This means that this customer valuation is 1,500. If the price is 1,500, which is meeting their expectations, they will buy. The same applies here. So you will actually sell to two segments and you will make a total revenue of 3,000. Now, if you don't do that, you have other options. You can sell the computer as a standalone and the monitor as a standalone. In this case, if you do so, then you would say, all right, customer one values the computer for 1,000. This guy values the computer for 500. I have two different strategies. Pricing strategy 1, pricing strategy 2. Let me just take this away. Pricing strategy 1, basically, I could aim for 500 so that I can sell for as many customers as possible. And I could aim here at 500 also. And then I will end up with this customer and this customer buying. So I will end up with 500 times 2. And also these guys are going to buy. And this will be equal to 1,000. And this will be equal to 1,000. Do you see that? And then this will be my maximum. Or another pricing. So do you understand this pricing strategy? You sell the least price so that you can you offer it for the least price so that two segments will be interested in it. This meets their valuation, and this actually, of course, leading to a surplus. This is their valuation over here, meeting the valuation. This will lead to a surplus, so they will both buy. So we will end up with 1,000, 1,000, 2,000. 2,000 versus the 3,000 of bundling. So bundling still works miracles here. Some of you might also think, and this is what I have in the slides, might also say, we as marketers would like to sell for the maximum price, for 1,000 here and for 1,000 over here. With this kind of pricing strategy, only one segment will purchase because this segment values it at 500. So 500 minus 1,000 does not yield to a surplus. So these guys will not buy. The same applies here. They will not buy. So you will end up selling this for this segment and selling the monitor for this segment only. And then this will also yield to $2,000. And yet it is less than the bundle. With pure bundling, you can earn $3,000 instead of the $2,000. Okay, now if you want the truth, this latest pricing strategy is better than the pricing strategy where you say, I'm going to sell for 500 and sell for two segments, especially if you're not an online store and you have to hire more and more sales personnel to sell for more customers. And you have to pay more advertisements to customize the advertisements. Now, my students in business communication understand the science behind communication. You can't just communicate with everyone the same way, with all the customers the same way. This customer, you will have to talk to them about their own benefits. So you need to know their benefits. And over here, you have to talk to them what is their benefits and tackle that. And over here again and over here again. So you should have 4 different versions of your advertisements, and every version will have to have a cost and you will need to service more people, and there will be more complaints in the CRM system, in the customer service, and so much cost when you are targeting 2 segments. And this is why the author focuses on the example where you are targeting this with 1,000 and this guy with 1,000. Then you have this advertisement and you have this advertisement versus or opposed to the 4 advertisements in the previous state. So I would like you to really, when you're reading this book or reading these slides with me, to deeply understand why we're actually anyway comparing the 3,000 of the bundling with this pricing strategy rather than the other one that I just told you about. So I hope that you can see either strategy, either if you decide to sell for 500 and sell for 2 different segments over here, or only 1 segment per device, you will likely to make the same revenue of 2,000, and this is less than the potential revenue of 3,000 if you force the bundling as Disneyland example, as the entertainment park example previously. Now this is very important. I would like to start here, all right, so that you're not confused before I start here. So the reason bundling works in the previous example, in the previous slides example, is that bundling enables the seller to entirely extract the value the customers attach to the product. If the seller only offers the customer a choice between purchasing all products or nothing, which is pure bundling, the situation is called pure bundling. You just buy the bundle or buy nothing. I'm not allowing you to buy only a PC alone or a computer alone. I will want to maximize my profit, my revenue. Movie rental companies usually give theaters a choice between renting an assortment of blockbuster movies, the very popular ones, and not so popular movies. So you can't just buy the blockbuster movie as a cinema. You have to buy, it comes, this blockbuster movie come with a bundle of other movies also not that popular, so that they can make some revenue. Otherwise nobody will be interested in buying the other movies, the not so much popular ones. Now I actually, you know what, I feel like maybe I should delete this because this might be confusing for some students. You know what, and leave this clean and nice like that. And over here, pure bundling works poorly with positively correlated valuation. If you guys remember in the previous example, I showed you how there is a negative correlation. Let's take a look and examine this here, this example. Here, if you bundle these together and bundle these together, oh, which price shall we take? This is a total of 1,500. This is a total of 1,700. Was it 2,000, right? So which price shall we go for? You're probably gonna say, okay, maybe if I go for a bundle, I should charge something like 1,500 so that these guys will buy because it matches their expectations. And these guys, if I price it, their valuation is 2,000. If I price it as 1,500, they will also buy. So I will make 3,000. However, if I price the bundle at 2,000, only one customer will buy, or one customer segment will buy. The other customer segment will find that the value minus the price, which is 1,500, minus if you price it at 2,000, it will be less than 0. So it will not worth it. It will not worth it for them. So they will not buy. So the best option is to price the bundle by the least price here. And this will yield you $3,000. However, in fact, if you want to price, for example, the separately, the product separately, let's see how much money you can make. You have different, so let's keep the 3,000 again in mind. Now let's take a look. Over here, if you offer the computer for 1,000, you will make $2,000 in revenue. If you price it for this price, you will make $1,250. So this is another here you will, if you price it 1,000, you will make 2,000. If you price it at 1,250, you will make only 1,250. Now the same applies here. If you price it at 500, both of them will buy, so you will make 1,000. If you price it at 750, only one will buy the 750. So basically, what you are trying to do here is saying, here I'm gonna make the 2,000 and 1,000. If I'm gonna price based on the least here option, then I'm gonna be making $3,000, and this is equal to the bundling. Because actually the bundle is based on this price. And if I keep the prices as high, only one segment will buy, and again I'll make only 2,000. Do you see how you are thinking about it? Basically, it is kind of like in the probability and statistics book. I was looking at it the other day. I took it from the office. If you guys know that I used to teach stats, actually was a very interesting course. I found out that I used to teach this kind of table where you put the different options of head and tail. No, that was for the dice. So here's 1, 2, 3 dots, 4 dots on the dice, 5, 6, and so on. And the same here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here you say 1 and 1 is an option. Here you say 2 and why is my numbers are shifted? Do you remember that? You probably have done it with your stat professor, and you said this is the sampling space. Do you remember that? 2 and 1, and then you said this is 3 and 1, and then you said here this is 2 and 2, this is 1 and 2, this is 2 and 3, or 3 and 2 to be precise, if the order is important. So this is the sampling space. So this is very systematic, right? This is very systematic. Same applies here. Try to be very systematic and say, I'm going to take the least price of either. So I'm going to price this as 1,000. Take the least price of either, 500. This way, 2 segments will buy. So I'm going to multiply by 2. And this will be 2,000 and 1,000, 3,000, equal to the bundling. So don't do pure bundling in this situation. It's not gonna be as incentivizing to the customer as it is with the previous example, because these here are positively correlated. Do you see that? So this is also going up as this is going up. So these are highly correlated. Okay, I hope that you understood this example. In the next video, I'm going to talk about mixed bundling, which is the most popular type.